Hey guys, so I'm doing a video today about competitive dance makeup. So I'm going to do two videos. This one is going to be a little bit of the lighter version. For our studio, we're using this for the contemporary company. And then the next video will be a little bit more dramatic for my jazz and tap numbers. So keep watching and hopefully this will help. Thanks! Alright, so we're going to get started. As you can tell, I've got one side of my eye done. We're going to do the rest together. So, basically what you're going to do to start off is you've got the primer. Sorry, I don't want to flash you guys. The primer. We would just want to take that with our finger. There we go. So, next, it's pretty simple. You're going to take your brush that comes in the eyeshadow, and you're just going to use the lightest color. So we're going to use this one here, so that very lightest color here. And you're just going to apply that all over your lid. There. Okay, so now the next section, I prefer using a brush, but I'll show you how to use it with this. So you're going to take the second lightest, so that's this one here, this bottom one. You're going to take the other side of your eyeshadow brush. You're just going to use a little bit, blow off the excess. You're just going to close your eye, and then you're just going to go your crease. So I guess your eyeball socket, where your crease is, yeah, so where your eye opens, that little area right there. You're going to apply that, I guess medium shade in that crease there. This will help open your eye up by creating just that shadow, okay? So, just like that. You want it to be a little bit thicker on the outside and then very fine in the crease on this side. Okay, so don't forget to blend. Awesome. Next, you are going to take this color, the next, I guess the darkest? Yeah, so we're going to go in order of from lightest to darkest, basically. It's kind of a little bit of shimmer. You're going to take, I guess, the same side as you just used of that color. And you're just going to apply it, but you don't want to go right close to the corner of your eye. So, alright, there we go. That's super easy. Then you want to take this little guy here. So it's on the opposite end of your tool, I guess. You just want to take the little tip, use the darkest color, this one right here, and tiniest little bit. You always want to go less color because you can always add on. So it's harder to get rid of the pigment if it's been on there already. So make sure to use a little bit at a time so you can build over top of it, because it's easier to build than take away. So what you're going to do, just close your eyes, make a V in the outer corner of your eye, like that. So that's the bottom of my V that I'm making. Up into the crease, only a tiny little bit here. Now, using that same color, that darkest color, you could use the side of this brush to make this bottom flick, but I really actually prefer to use like an eyeliner brush or something small, kind of like this, just because I find it's easier to use. So you're just going to apply a little bit at a time, just on the outside edge. Don't use the flat part of it. You want to use just the outside edge. Pull off the excess right from the middle of your eye. So you don't want to go all the way. You want to draw kind of straight line going up and out, just like that. So I need to build a little bit more. So it's literally a straight line, because your eye kind of curves in this corner here. Don't kind of follow that curve, because it can make your eye look a little bit small on the outside. So you want to literally have a straight line from here to here. As you can see, I'm not sure, the lighting is horrible in here. Straight line from here just to about here, and this will extend your eye on stage. Okay, and we can always go back and touch up after as well. Okay, so next I'm just going to apply a little bit more of that lighter shade that we use as our base, just a little bit underneath your eyebrow, and then just a little bit more on this inner kind of corner. Don't worry about getting it right into here as well. So just kind of dab it on there. Awesome. Now, the trickiest part is the liquid eyeliner. This will take some practice, so don't worry about, I guess, making a squiggly line right now, because that's to be expected, right? Because this is quite awkward, so this will take lots of practice. So, basically, you want to, I guess, unscrew the cap and get rid of the excess on the tip. Like I said earlier, you can always build on. So I like to start from the center and work my way outwards, and then extend it to the inside of my eye. So close your eye, and basically you want to go from the from the middle of your eye. Draw that straight line out, like similar to the one in the bottom. So you don't want to follow the curve of your eye. Just kind of draw a straight line out. It's hard to talk and do that at the same time. Okay. A little bit more. Good. Good. Now you don't want too much of a flick, just a little tiny one, because this will draw your eyes. As you can even see, this one looks a little bit wider, right? Just because by separating those two lines on stage. So now you've got those two lines. You want to fill it in with the white eyeliner just in the middle of the two. This will look like it extends the whites of your eyes. I like to pull my eye. I know it looks a little weird, but it helps. Good, I get a lot of white in there. And don't worry about that bottom line, because you can always touch it up. Good. Now, using that same white, we're going to use do the water line. So the water line is just kind of this area here, that little skin there. It might take some getting used to applying it. It might tickle a little bit, but you'll get used to it. I do it all the time now, and I have no problems. So just put your fingers gently down here. Pull your eye down in the mirror, and then just run it back and forth. And it doesn't hurt. Just be very careful. There you go. Good. And that just makes your white of your eye look a little bit whiter, so it looks brighter on stage. And you want to connect that into this corner. So make a V kind of where your eye is in the corner here. Now, it doesn't look like a lot right now, but it does make a big difference on stage. Now, mostly our eyeshadow is all done, which is excellent. So we're going to go ahead and use some mascara. Now, in their kit, we specified some black brown. We don't want it to look too harsh with the black liner and black lashes, so we wanted to tone it down using the black brown or the brown mascara and eyeliners. So you can use an eyelash curler if you wish, or what you can do is just use your eyeliner, a mascara, and then just get rid of the gunk on the tip of it. Really important, do not pump your mascara, don't pump lip gloss, anything that comes in a tube, because what happens is you're getting all of the air stuck inside of your tube, and it can actually build bacteria. So be very careful, do not pump just to get the product out. If you're starting to think that you need to pump, then you need to do mascara, because it's probably all out. So all you need to do is put it in when you need it, pull it out, and see that gunk, you're just going to get rid of that. So just do a couple coats here. Okay, so now that you've got your mascara, I totally forgot to finish my eyeliner. That's okay, we can go back. So now I just did the middle to the flick. We forgot to do the inside. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes, and then we're just going to attach from the corner to where we started our flick earlier. Now, the reason why I do that, it's easier for me anyway. You might have a different way of doing it. It's easier for me to do short lines as opposed to big ones, just because I find my hands a little bit more steadier for short periods of time, so it produces more of a straight line. So you might find that works better for you. Okay, so now that our eyes are all done, we've got the rest of the face to do.